Hi, everyone. Welcome to JawnCon. I'm so excited to be part of this inaugural event. And even though I couldn't present in person due to an injury, I'm extremely grateful to the organizers, especially Russ, for allowing me to share virtually. My name is Mansi Thakar, and I am a senior information security analyst at VMware. Outside of this, I spend my summers protecting what is known as the world's most hostile network at DEF CON. Outside of that, I run a podcast called Musa Cyber Cafe, where we simplify cybersecurity for the common user. This year, I helped launch Play Cyber Global League, where esports meets cybersecurity. Through this, I have watched over 1,500 individuals tap into the cyberathlete within them as they went from trying a CTF challenge, perhaps for the first time, to participating in weekend-long, multi-day events, to even joining the official US cyber team that placed fourth overall this year in the International Cybersecurity Championship. Today, we're going to be defining the game, defining the athlete, and then leveling up, right? So what exactly is this game that I keep on talking about it? Let's define the playing field. So in traditional sports, we are used to the outdoor grounds, right? This one is in Lord's Stadium in London for all my cricket fans. There's usually some sort of tangible objects that are used to score, and of course, there are fans, right? This one aspect is also the same in cybersports as well. Fans. Esports have a huge fan base. Some of the well-known and large-scale competition, such as DEF CON CTF, CCDC, and Pwn to Win, can attract thousands of participants and spectators from all over the world. Though these games don't have the traditional outdoor arena most of the times, they can still have large spaces. The specific one is in HyperX in Vegas. Unlike traditional sports, cybersecurity sports take place in the digital realm, right? So think of, instead of physical balls and bats, cyber athletes wield digital tools to defend against cyber threats. To understand this game better, let's explore some of the common terminology associated with cybersecurity sports. So the first is usually called CTF, or capture the flag, that I've mentioned a couple times already. These are either held in like a Jeopardy style or an attack and defense style. Jeopardy style. So this means that challenges are presented as a list of problems in various categories. We'll get into more of these categories a little bit later, but something like binary exploitation, crypto, forensics, and more. And participants solve these challenges to earn points, right? Attack and defense style is something similar, where teams compete in a simulated network environment where they can both defend their systems and attempt to compromise the opponent's systems. Points are awarded for successful attacks and defenses. Hackathons, most of us are already aware, but this can be either in teams or individually, where folks develop new cybersecurity products or solutions within a specified time frame, right? Often ranging from a few hours to several days. There are also cybersecurity training exercises where, again, these could be simulations of real-world cyber incidents where participants practice and improve their skills in detecting, responding to, and recovering from cyber attacks. They often follow a scenario-based format, right? Red team versus blue team exercise is similar to the attack and defend that I spoke about a little bit earlier, but basically it pits a team of attackers, the red team, against a team of defenders, the blue team, and the red team literally attempts to compromise the blue team's system and infrastructure while the blue team defends against these attacks. And the events on the slide are basically either day-long or multi-day long CTF or cyber challenges overall. So Wicked 6 is happening in March. International Cybersecurity Championship was actually in San Diego in August. HitCon and Winja happened throughout the year as well, primarily focused on the Asian region. And when we talk about these kind of different buckets of challenge types, right, let's go into the 5 categories of what a challenge topic could be. Right. The first is forensics. So forensics involves investigating digital artifacts and traces left behind cyber incidents, right? Participants analyze data to uncover evidence, reconstruct events, and identify culprits. So the kind of topics that could come up in this kind of category is understanding the file structures and recovering deleted or hidden files in file system analysis. There could be memory forensics, which means to analyze volatile memory to identify running processes and potentially detect malware, right? Network packet analysis means examining network traffic to, again, uncover malicious activities. Mobile device forensics could mean investigating smartphones and tablets for evidence of cybercrimes, right? Malware analysis, again, I know I'm kind of throwing a lot of terminology, and the idea here is that we often see this, right? When we see a CTF or we see a cyber event or game event or something like that, we see that, oh great, forensics. And if you're new to forensics or the world of cybersecurity esports, you may be like, what does that mean? Am I qualified? Is this something I would even like? So that's why we're kind of trying to go a little bit deeper into each of these items so that to provide a better idea or understanding of what exactly to expect. So malware analysis is just that, dissecting malware software to understand its functionality and behavior. The next category after forensics could be cryptography that we've heard about, right? Cryptography focuses on securing data through encryption and decryption techniques, and participants work with cryptographic algorithms and protocols. So the topics here could be encryption algorithms, right? So understanding asymmetric and symmetric encryption methods. It could be about digital signatures, so ensuring that there is data integrity and authenticity using cryptographic signatures. It could also be about PKI, right? The public key infrastructure, so managing certificates and keys for secure communication. The third category is web exploitation. And web exploitation in cybersecurity refers to the process of identifying and exploiting vulnerabilities in web applications and websites, right? It involves finding weaknesses in the code, configuration, or logic of web-based systems to gain unauthorized access or to perform malicious events. So the topics here could be something like cross-site scripting, SQL injection, session management vulnerabilities, or a WAF bypass. WAF is Web Application Firewall. The next category is RE, or reverse engineering. Reverse engineering in cybersecurity involves analyzing and understanding inner workings of software or hardware to uncover its functionality, algorithms, and vulnerabilities, right? It often requires disassembling of or decompiling code to reveal its original source or design. So the topics here could be malware analysis, firmware analysis, code obfuscation, and anti-reverse engineering measures. It could also be about identifying and analyzing binary protocols, right? These are all, again, under the term of RE, which is often a category in CTF challenges or other cybersecurity games. The next category is binary exploitation. And binary exploitation, I've also heard it be known as binary security, focuses on identifying and exploiting vulnerabilities in compiled binary applications or software, right? This includes manipulating memory and program execution to achieve unintended actions or gain control over a system. So topics here could again be of buffer overflows, shell code development, stack and heap exploitation techniques, rigid-oriented programming or ROP. So now that we kind of understand the game, right, we understand the playing kind of field, we realize that it's in a digital virtual realm, but it can be done in teams or individual. It can be just a few hours or a couple of days long, depending on the type of cybersecurity game you're in. We've even covered a couple of the different categories or topics that could be part of such games. Let's talk about the qualities of the cyber athlete, right? So I asked ChatGPT, what is a cyber athlete? And ChatGPT, for those of us who may not be fully aware, is currently a very popular AI-based program that people are using to generate code, dialogue, and so much more. If you allow me, I want to actually read the definition it provided back. And it said a cybersecurity athlete does not have a specific physical appearance. They can be of any age, any gender, and ethnicity. There is no specific look. So right then and there, if you have any kind of stereotypical or misconception view of, oh, in order to be a cyber athlete or a cyber gamer, I need to look a certain way or be of a certain pedigree or be from a certain background, take all those thoughts up, crumple it, and throw it in the trash, right? Do that three-pointer, because it's not true at all. right? There is no specific physical appearance in order to be a cybersecurity athlete. Apart from the list of physical attributes, which we realize there are none, I want to add a list of personality traits. So something like relentless curiosity. We athletes are insatiably curious, hungry for knowledge in this ever-evolving field of cyber threats. We definitely have an ethical compass. So using our skills to protect rather than exploit, right? Do good instead of bad kind of thing. Collaboration catalyst. While competitive, we also value collaboration and teamwork. And then, of course, above all, passion for cybersecurity, right? The fact that you're here at this event tells me that you already have these 4 qualities within you. We just realized there is no physical appearance or physical requirement in order to be a cybersecurity athlete. That means you are a cyber athlete, right? But don't take my word from it. Let's dive into some real world examples where we can look at teams or cyber athletes that have won major competitions or, kind of done something noteworthy. And we'll actually dissect and do like a case study of what exactly made them win, right? The goal here is for me to convince you that you are a cyber athlete and it's time to just tap into it and level up. So the first example is the PPP, which is Played Parliament of Poning, has excelled in a DEF CON CTF, which is, as we know, a prestigious competition. So PPP's strength lies in its diverse and multinational team, right? The members are from various countries. They bring in unique skills like RE, web security, creating a dynamic mix of expertise. Collaboration and knowledge sharing, right? So this team specifically fosters a culture of collaboration, knowledge. They work very closely together, leveraging each other's strengths, which significantly contribute to their success. And adaptability. So DEF CON CTF challenges, as few of us may know, right, require rapid adaptation. And this team's ability to pivot and apply their diverse skill set to tackle various scenarios is a key factor in their consistent success. So what are we taking away from this is that this is a team of cyber athletes that's done really well. And what's made them really, what are the 3 pillars, I guess, behind their success? And it is the diverse expertise, it's the collaborative problem solving, and it's this ever hunger for learning and just constantly evolving, right? Let's take another case study, this case of DePaul University Security Daemons, showcasing the power of diversity and, again, adaptability. So this team members consist from, again, diverse backgrounds, ensuring a comprehensive defense strategy, and their varied perspectives help tackle challenges from multiple angles, right? There is technical expertise on the team, but it's varying technical from coding to ethical hacking, again, creating that well-rounded skill sets, right? So you don't have to all be from the same background, you don't all have to be from the same niche of cybersecurity domain, but whatever passion that you specifically may have can definitely help any cybersecurity team, right? The diverse team members bring in cultural insights that prove invaluable when countering international cyber threats, which many of the simulated attacks are from, and adaptability, right? Cybersecurity's fast-paced nature, as we know it, demands adaptability. And this team in particular excel in quick responses to emerging threats and fostering innovation to develop new and novel solutions. And last but not least, let's talk about Wicked 6, right? So this tournament that happened in person was in 2019. After that, it's been virtual and global, but it really highlighted the importance of multidisciplinary teams and collaborative problem solving, right? The winning team, Buffer Overflows, intentionally assembled members with diverse backgrounds, including network security, cryptography, programming, incident response. And instead of working in isolation, the team encouraged collaboration, right? They brainstormed solutions, shared insights, and learned from each other's experiences, emphasizing the value of teamwork. So we just went through a couple of real world examples, and the idea here is to illustrate the significance of diversity, adaptability, and collaboration in the field of cybersecurity, showcasing how teams with these qualities excel in challenging competition and real world scenarios, right? So again, the fact that you're here at this conference tells me that you're already a cyber athlete. If you don't already know it, like newsflash, you are. It's time to activate it within us, right? It's time to say, hey, okay, if I have any kind of misconceptions, or if I have any sort of imposter syndrome that I'm not good enough, or I don't know everything there is to know about cybersecurity, you don't need to, right? Go join a team where your background, again, if the background's for a few months to a few days to, decades worth, whatever your background is, you can always join a team where that diverse and that cohesive selection of team members, where you get people from different backgrounds, you get different people from different ways of thinking, and again, emphasizing the whole idea behind collaboration and adaptability, will make for a strong team and a successful team. Right. So I keep on saying that, okay, you are a cyber athlete. We've talked about the game. We've talked about, yes, that if you have these skills, there are case studies that we've just done that show that you're going to succeed. But other than that, if I haven't already convinced you into participating in a cybersecurity competition, let's look at a couple of the benefits that are more individual focused, right? So the first one, as you get it, is real world practice. One of the primary advantages of such competitions is that they provide simulated real-world cyber attacks for students and professionals to practice network defense and other ways. These competitions offer hands-on experience in dealing with actual cyber threats, making all of us, or those who participate, equipped for real, better equipped, right, for real cybersecurity challenges. Skill development. So cybersecurity competitions are excellent platforms for honing in technical skills, right? The best way about cybersecurity is that you can have all the theoretical knowledge you want, but it's only really true when you're able to apply it, right? Once you're able to have that hands-on experience, which many of us are often asking, like, oh, how do you get that? I don't know if you can hear, but there's a plane going on in the background, but many of us ask, right, how do I get that hands-on experience? I'm going through a boot camp, I'm a student, but where do I say that, look, I've done this? And that's through cybersecurity games. And so again, the diverse challenges range from cryptography, web security, which encourage continuous learning and skill development. The complexity of these challenges fosters that critical thinking aspect and adaptability for evolving cyber threats. Collaboration and teamwork, if I haven't already emphasized that enough through the case studies, right? Many of these events do require teamwork, and collaborating with others to solve complex problems not only enhance our teamwork and communication skills, but these skills are very vital and required in the cybersecurity field, right? Working for a corporation, working for a startup, you're going to need to work with others. It is not a cybersecurity. We say that it takes a village in order to be cyber secure in an organization. It's never just that one person's responsibility, right? And of course, networking opportunities, just like today's conference, these competitions offer networking opportunities with like-minded professionals and experts in the field. So again, participants can build valuable connections that may lead to job offers, internship, recognition in the community, things like that, right? And last but definitely not the least, it also provides for cybersecurity awareness, right? We raise our awareness about cybersecurity challenges when we actually encounter them in these simulated attacks or in these virtual competitions, and it contributes to a safer digital environment for all, right? As we learn about, like, hey, these are the kind of problems that could exist, we become advocates for best practices in our workplaces and our communities, and it becomes like a ripple effect, right? So again, TLDR, cybersecurity competitions offer not only practical experience, but also skill development, collaboration opportunities, networking. It just really is a place to exercise all sorts of muscles, and all of these muscles are required in order to be successful in the realm of cybersecurity, right? So even if, let's say, you're not a gamer, you don't like, no, I don't really want to do this, but you want to have a long and sturdy career, well, working together with others, right? Working together from different backgrounds and diverse backgrounds is something you're going to encounter in the real world, in the professional field. And so these kind of competitions, these kind of games, these kind of hands-on practices allow us to exercise those muscles, right? Like, hey, I'm trying to say something, the other person's not quite getting it. The other person's trying to say something, I don't quite get it. How do we work together? How do we solve those things, right? So the soft skills also come up quite a bit in these competitions. So now, if I am convinced that you are a cyber athlete, and being a cyber athlete or participating in these competitions provides you as an individual, as well as society and the community overall, a lot of positive results. Let's start by looking at the next steps, right? So let's start by building a solid foundation in cybersecurity concepts, understanding CTF fundamentals, participating in online challenges, and network with your fellow enthusiasts, right? On the right are my top 6 free platforms. So CTF Learn, it's a platform that allows cybersecurity enthusiasts to practice skills and compete with other researchers. So it offers a range of CTF challenges for a variety of skill levels. Hack the Box is a pretty common one, pretty popular for CTF and penetration testing practice. Again, it provides a wide range of realistic challenges that mimic real-world scenarios. Try Hack Me is something that I've seen used quite frequently with cybersecurity boot camps, and it offers a very beginner-friendly environment for CTF challenges, rooms, labs. Again, excellent platform for those who are new to cybersecurity. Over the Wire offers a series of war games, right, designed to teach and practice cybersecurity skills. These games, again, start from the basics and gradually increase in complexity. RootMe provides a collection of CTF challenges and labs to enhance your hacking and penetration testing abilities, and it covers a wide range of topics in cybersecurity. So it's a pretty good one for an overall holistic view. And then CTF Time. So CTF Time is a hub of information for such competitions, right? While it doesn't host the challenges itself, it provides details for upcoming events and their platforms. So again, what do we want to take off today is that you want to read write-up and guides, right? We want to get the like, okay, how did others solve this problem? And the best part about the gaming community within cybersecurity, at least, is that it's very pro sharing. So like, hey, I solved this. This is the way I solved it. How did he solve it, right? There could be multiple ways of solving something. Sorry for the background noise. Build your personal lab, right? Enhance your personal lab. You can have a SOC related lab. You can do, specific tools and equip yourself to be like, oh, let me go learn about these specific tools. We'll actually go into a couple of the more popular tools just in a bit. Participate, right? The CTF RaícesCon, there's a CTF happening just next week as well. Again, you can look at CTF Time, and overall just continue to challenge yourself, right? That is the best way to tap into that cyber athlete within us when you say that, okay, great, I am, but I have to start and keep on continually to challenge myself so that I can learn and be a better athlete, right? So let's talk about a couple of these tools that we were talking about. So for web, Burp Suite is a commonly known tool, right, for testing web application with several features. The cool part of them is Burp Proxy, which intercepts HTTP requests. There's a cookie editor, which is a useful browser extension for editing cookies, right? SQL Map, which is a SQL injection and database exploitation tool. Directory Buster, which is a directory brute forcing tool. So these are all kind of under the web category that we discussed earlier. Under cryptography, you have the RSA tool, which is a tool used to calculate RSA parameters. There's CyberChef, which is a web app for analyzing and decoding data. Quip is another one from cryptography, and it's an online tool for breaking substitution ciphers. For digital forensics, you can look at EXIF tool, which is a tool used for reading and writing, editing meta information in a variety of files, whether that's JPEG or anything like that. Wireshark is a pretty common and popular tool for analyzing network traffic. Audacity is something that I recently got into, and I found that to be really cool. It's a tool for analyzing audio files, right? So if you're like an MP3 or something, this tool helps in analyzing that. There is a few other ones that are not on this DEC are things like volatility, which investigates memory dumps. There is DegSolve, which is a tool used for applying different techniques to images. And then the last category, but definitely not the least, is exploitation, right? And there are so many tools here, but I wanted to pick on a few. So Metasploit is, again, a very popular, commonly known one for penetration testing software. There is something called Pwn Tools, which is a CTF framework for writing exploits. There is Volt with the V0LT, and that's a security CTF toolkit. There's Kira, that's with a QIRA, right? And that's an interactive runtime analyzer. So if nothing else, today we have learned so far is that continuous learning and practice are key for cybersecurity sports overall, just like any other sports, right? Here are some tools to help you on these next steps. But please let me know, write to me. I can be found via my website or on most social platforms as Mansi Musa. That if you are one, did I convince you that yes, you are a cyber athlete? And two, are you ready to take the next steps and activate that cyber athlete within you by participating in your first event or reading your first write-up, things like that. So thank you so much for listening to me talk today on activating the cyber athlete within. Thank you, Russ, and again, the organizers for allowing me to deliver this virtually. See you guys soon. Bye.